This is Brass Check, and let's talk about Febreze and Glad trash bags, which now sprays Febreze on its trash bags, whether you like it or not. I guess the answer to that is stop buying Glad products. Unbelievable. So if you go to Amazon, that's Amazon that censors books but allows any corporation to sell any garbage they want. You'll see comments about this product, and a lot of people very tentatively say, well, gee, it might just be me, but it gives me headaches. It makes us sick. No, it's not just you. Febreze is toxic. I don't know. I mean, I can't believe that this product is even allowed to be sold. All right. Now, when I say it's toxic, what am I talking about? Well, let's go through the chemicals that are in Febreze. And I'm probably going to mispronounce some of these things, but 1,3-dichloro-2-propanol, that's a carcinogen. Acetaldehyde, I don't know, something like that. It's a carcinogen, causes reproductive and developmental effects. It could damage fetuses. It's an immune system toxin. It's an irritant to the skin, eyes, and lungs. This is an ingredient in Febreze, folks. If you left a container of this on the side of the road, you'd be arrested, and you should be, for disposing of toxic waste illegally. But somehow, Procter & Gamble, which makes this garbage and has managed to sell it to Glad, maybe they own Glad, I don't know, they're allowed to put it in products that you get to pay money for and take home and get poisoned by. They also use denatured alcohol. No big deal. Just linked to cancer, birth defects, organ system toxicity, links, skin, eyes, and lung irritation. Benzaldehyde. It's a neurotoxin, straight up neurotoxin. It also irritates the skin, lungs, and eyes. BHT. It's a known neurotoxin. It's a substance that is toxic to the brain and the nervous system. It's a hormone disruptor, immune system toxin, and an irritant to the skin, eyes, and lungs. And that's in Febreze, and they're using it on Glad bags. I'll never be able to pronounce this one, but butylphenyl methylpropionyl. I shouldn't have given up. I was able to do that one. No big deal, just an allergen, irritant, and immune system toxin. Ethyl acetate. It's a brain and nervous system toxin, a neurotoxin, also linked to developmental and reproductive toxicity. That's Febreze. They also list fragrance. We've talked about this before. In the land of the free and the home of the brave, you are allowed to put any toxin you want in a product if you declare that it is a proprietary formula, and you can call it fragrance. And there can be as many as 400 different ingredients under the banner of fragrance, and you don't have to tell anybody what they are. You can just put them in the product, and people can, lather them on their face, in the case of shaving cream, or wash your hair with it, or put it on as sunscreen, or put it on as makeup. It don't matter. Here's a hint. If there's fragrance in the ingredients, if it just says fragrance, assume toxin. Let's talk about that. Most of these ingredients under fragrance, they're petrochemicals. Clinical observation by medical doctors has found that exposure to fragrance can damage the central nervous system and cause depression, hyperactivity, irritability, inability to cope, behavioral changes, headaches, dizziness, rashes, hyperpigmentation, vomiting, coughing, and skin irritation. Shocking, 95% of the chemicals used as fragrance come from petrochemicals. So how many children who are, let's say, unruly or difficult or having a tough time, did you bathe them in something that has fragrance in it? Did you wash their hair in something that has fragrance in it? Did you wash their clothes in something that has fragrance in it? Do you have Febreze in your house? Wake up and get the garbage out of your home. You're being poisoned, and you're paying for the privilege. Thank you, Procter & Gamble. What else is in Febreze? Because we're not done yet. We're just getting warmed up. Limonene, an allergen, immune system toxin, and skin, lung, and eye irritant. Methylpyrrolidone, reproductive system toxin, linked to birth defects, allergies, immune system toxicity, and skin, eyes, and lung irritation. And good old propylene glycol, unknown carcinogen. Propylene glycol is toxic to the immune system. It's linked to allergies. And here's the good news. It accumulates in the body and irritates the skin, eyes, and lungs. Those are just a handful of the 89 ingredients in Febreze. And you can get a full report from the group called Environmental Working Group, and we'll put a link there. Febreze, 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 Febreze. And Procter & Gamble makes it. And Glad, for some unknown reason, thinks it's a good idea to infuse its garbage bags now with Febreze, whether you like it or not. So the links are below. It's just, I mean, what do you say to this? What do you say to this? This is literally toxic waste that they're packaging up and selling to us. And Amazon, which apparently now feels that it needs to censor books, is happy to deliver these to your home. And your local supermarket is happy to put these on the shelves. And your local doctors, have they ever warned you about this? Doubtful. Your local government, the FDA, all these institutions that you're paying your hard-earned tax dollars for, they're on it, right? They're taking care of you. They're looking after you. They're making sure that toxins are not being sold to you. Yeah. And pigs fly.